Hello and welcome back to the pure amount of insanity going on with Joe. And as you can see, more BS bans from Steam support and wiping his profile. Now, on Steam support, in regards to wiping his profile, on Steam support, Steam forums, there are the guidelines that you need to uphold and respect, which are naming and shaming. You're not allowed to post links in regards to naming and shaming. That is one thing he doesn't understand about his own profile. It's still posting naming and shaming. And here is why. Wait, he's playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Rebirth, is that the new version of it? Oh, sidetrack. You have Joe Blue here. You have his YouTube channel, you have his Twitch, you have his X Twitter. No idea why he writes Twitter. It's called X now. I personally also prefer Twitter. It was a better name for it. X is just like, it's a letter. What? Are you trying to censor the? No, off track. But you have his YouTube channel here. His YouTube channel is of pure insanity and completely naming and shaming a lot of people. Yeah, but I'm not mentioning their names directly. No, but you're showing the profiles, the Steam profiles nonetheless. So that's still falling under the category of naming and shaming. In his video, he then also proceeds to show that this here was what was wiped together with his other known aliases. And I don't understand why Steam needed to wipe his known alias, because they were not like referring to anything whatsoever. It was just the links here that they needed to remove. Even the X was not doing anything, but I think just for safety measure of some sort, they're doing all of it to be sure that nothing can happen. Again, as a sort of safety measure. But back to the video. He's whining about being banned from Steam support, and there is a lot of things that needs to be addressed in this video by going logically by it. Common knowledge, critical thinking, logical thinking, like all those things Joe claims he's good at doing. But here.
Hey guys, Joe Blue back again with another episode of Steam support, the ongoing battles with Steam banning me from various forums. Now,
let me just stop you there, Joe, and look at the ban reason in itself. This post has been identified as being disrespectful. This post, so something you have written here, has been identified as being disrespectful. And you might not see it as disrespectful. And as Teddy Roosevelt says up here, there is no higher honor than being called a cheater when you're not. Means I'm so good that people think it cannot be real. I appreciate that. I really do. They then, under the same, informs Joe that he needs to be sure that he knows the community guidelines and are posting respectful and constructive content, which makes sense. They want it to be a place for everyone. Being disrespectful then means you're attacking other people, that you're not conducting yourself in a manner that is within the guidelines, no matter how you intend it to be or who those people are. As long as you cannot abide by those guidelines, you are in the wrong. And it doesn't matter where you post it. Marvel Rivals, Hunt Showdown, Deceive Inc., you name it. Doesn't matter what forum it is, as long as you cannot formulate your sentences, phrases, in a way that is respectful and constructive, you don't belong on those forums. End of discussion. Now, if we then take a look at why this might be disrespectful. Now, I agree with Teddy Roosevelt. There's no higher honor than being called a cheater when you're not. Joe then went directly for it and said he's not being called a cheater. He's being called a cheater defender, which means he's actually not referring to Teddy Roosevelt as a cheater. So that is, again, removal of the honor being given to him. He's being called a cheater defender. And in that case, not an actual good player, just someone using third-party software and defending that type of people. That is the disrespect. Cheater defender. Now, this here has completely been removed, and Joe will explain it. Teddy Roosevelt's comment has also been removed. And this comment by Joe, the resident cheater defender is on duty, running victim blaming subroutine. Again, cheater defender. Joe referring to someone as being cheater defender. So if this comment here is disrespectful, this here is disrespectful, which means Teddy Roosevelt's comment here should also be removed because it contains the disrespect. Doesn't matter how you look at it, when one part is, and it's being used previously and earlier also, that part is also being the part of the disrespect. If you're using it multiple times, it then continues the disrespect.
I skipped over, I've got literally a backlog of screenshots and all sorts of me being banned from Steam, and I just never got around to doing it, and they just built up over time. But we got another example. It's like,
well, that potentially means Joe, bear with me. It potentially means it's not the people on the forum. It's not Steam support doing anything wrong. It's you not knowing how to conduct yourself on the internet. And that doesn't even come as a surprise to me, because you don't know how to behave respectfully towards anyone that disagrees with you. You have no idea how to behave respectfully towards someone that does not have the same opinion as you do. So there's nothing there that comes as a surprise. Being the fact that you have been banned multiple times on Steam forum, you're no longer falling in the category of sane people. And I will quote Einstein, because he says insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If you're continuously being banned for being disrespectful and breaking Steam community guidelines, and you continue doing it, then you fall in the category of insane people. Saying 1 + 1 is 5, and then being told that's incorrect. And then saying again 1 + 1 = 5, and told again that's incorrect. And if you still believe 1 + 1 = 5 is the right answer, then you are insane. Reality and rules, logic and critical thinking are not going to pander to your emotions just because you don't like changing your behavior to fit within the rules and guidelines of certain areas. This here has nothing to do with what Steam does incorrectly or anything. This here are you breaking their rules and guidelines and them upholding that.
Example, like 150, it's ongoing. There's so many of these, but it's just happened today, and I'm just kind of sick and tired of it. I'm just gonna
Well, if you're sick and tired of it, then change your behavior to fucking respect the community rules and guidelines. Like, it's that simple. If you don't want to be banned, then figure out what it is you're doing incorrectly and correct that mistake so you don't do it in the future.
Just going to do it straight off the cuff. I'm not going to wait for their response. I'm just going to get straight into this and do a quick video.
Okay.
So I've been banned from the Marvel Rivals Community Hub for the second time for Marvel.
Well, again, if it's the second time you have been banned there, then maybe you're doing something that is not meant to be on the forums. You might start the conversations fine. And then when people disagree with you, you then change over to this you need to be banned type of behavior.
Marvel Rivals. And we got here, he's quoted this part here. Oh yeah, the resident cheater defender is on duty. This is this Teddy Roosevelt dude that I'm talking to. There is, and he goes, there is no higher honor than being called a cheater when you are not. Means so good people think it can't.
No, it means I'm so good. No, it doesn't means so good.
Be real. I experienced that.
No, I appreciate that. I don't experience that. That's not what it says. It says, I appreciate that. You have it right in front of you.
And I goes, I didn't call you a cheater. I called you a cheater defender.
And that's the disrespectful part. Calling him a cheater defender.
Right, so I never called him a cheater. Because this post has been identified as being disrespectful.
Because it is. You called him a cheater defender. Cheater defender then refers to the people using third-party softwares. And the cheater defender refers to the defenders of people using third-party softwares.
Now, you got to understand, like,
we don't understand. We don't need to understand anything, Joe. We need to respect what is being said as guidelines by Steam as users on their platform. They don't need to change their rules to fit your behavior. No, that's not how it works. They set a bunch of rules for all users on Steam platform to follow. If a single user or millions of users of Steam platform do not behave accordingly, then the users are in the wrong, not Steam.
The original thread. Here we go. This is it here. So you can see I've been banned here.
Yeah.
A few pages it's been locked. So dude's talking about EOMM, and people just don't want to accept whatever.
It doesn't matter.
So, well, this guy's still out here trying to keep people from enjoying the game. Everybody else just goes and plays. And this is this Teddy Roosevelt dude here. And this is the exact thing.
It's not the exact quote. You're on second page, and he wasn't responding to you, so it's not the exact quote, regardless how you look at it.
That I responded to.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so it seems like Steam have censored the thread here.
No, they have not censored the thread. They have removed the portion that was disrespectful, meaning your response to him, his response to you, because it contained the quote from you and the comment where you wrote the resident cheater defender is on duty. Those are the 3 comments that has been removed because all 3 of them contained disrespectful parts. And that makes a lot of fucking sense.
So we can go back here. We can see. Just go back. Keep going back. Go all the way back. So we can see here. This is the thing, and he goes, "Why can't you accept that the match results is decided before the game starts?" EON. This is the thread that it's from.
Yeah.
And you can see here.
You could literally just have clicked this link here, and you would have gotten to the thread and then seen it, rather than going back to your notification. But still,
my post has been taken like out of context.
Your post has not been taken out of context. Your post has been taken as Captain Blue saying that Resident Cheater Defender is on duty running the victim blaming subroutine. Then Teddy Roosevelt says there's no higher honor than being called a cheater. Just specifically the word cheater is taken as an honor than when you're not. It means I'm so good that so good people think it cannot be real. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Then you correct what he understood. You correct it and say, I didn't call you a cheater. I called you a cheater defender. Cheater defender is both here and here. The fact that you're saying it here means your comment here needs to be removed. This part here is what is being disrespectful. If you wrote more than that, it is completely irrelevant. You called him a cheater defender as being the disrespectful part. The resident cheater defender is on duty. This here and this here are the disrespectful parts. Since Teddy Roosevelt are quoting your disrespectful part, his, if I can speak English, his comment also needs to be removed. Thus, this box here containing both your comment, his comment, and your comment again needs to be removed. This square here containing his comment and your comment needs to be removed. And this square here that is referred to the comment you made at this given point also needs to be removed. So all three original comments needs to be removed, regardless what else was said in those comments.
I've made a statement, but you don't see what I'm replying to, right?
You don't need to
see what this guy said.
It's completely irrelevant. In fact, the comment you're replying to with this here should still be on his on the thread, forum thread. But if that comment also is disrespectful, that comment will also be removed. So if the original comment you're responding to with this one up here is being removed, it means Steam support did their job correctly.
We go to the thread here, and so we go all the way through here. See, scrolling all the way down. So this is the first time this guy shows up. The guy's been banned, but he was banned before I was banned.
Okay. So you're whining about someone provoking you into being disrespectful, got banned for their behavior, but you couldn't fucking keep your nuts in your sack long enough for him to be banned, and that's like, that logic makes you think it's okay for you to be disrespectful. You think it's okay for you to break Steam community guidelines just because someone else does it. No, it's fucking not. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you really that fucking dumb? Breaking the rules are breaking the rules, regardless if you did it after someone else did it. Like, yeah, but he robbed the bank first, so I'm also allowed to rob the bank. No, you're fucking not. That's why you're banned right now, because you engaged in disrespectful content. You posted disrespectful content. Doesn't matter what else there is to it. You are even saying right now he was banned before you were banned. Meaning he was doing it before you and you continue doing it. Doesn't fucking matter who did what first. You still did it. And that's why you're banned right now. You then have a crap ton extra whining about it. You then have other parts saying, I was wrongfully banned. And then Steam responding saying, no, you were not. You have down here saying the different things was removed because it links to your YouTube channel that is being disrespectful and naming and shaming. Steam support saying that they cannot see why, because they cannot restore it and reevaluate it. So they're sorry for it, but be sure you know the rules and guidelines. Steam community rules of how to conduct yourself. It also applies to your fucking profile. Not just the community forums. As part of a profile that can be visited on the community forums. If your profile does not conduct itself under the community guidelines, the community rules, your profile in itself are reason enough to wipe your profile. And it goes along with this. Naming and shaming, 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 naming and shaming. Like, we can continue. We can continue. Twitch, you're literally naming and shaming Twitch here. Down here, you have Steam support videos. Naming and shaming Steam support. You're literally doing it on your entire YouTube channel. Naming and shaming Shroud, Aetherized, Rashta, the gaming merchant. You're literally naming and shaming a lot of people. Even Faulty L3, a one frame cheater, and one frame circus clowns. Your thumbnail is naming and shaming too. And then you don't understand why the YouTube link was removed and your profile was wiped. Make it make sense. I have a crap ton of videos on my channel showing that you're lying. You're fabricating evidence against people to create this heroic anti-cheater persona. But you're lying about people because you cannot fucking grab your balls and get your shit together. So no, Steam support have so far done absolutely nothing wrong. And I recommend anyone and everyone watching this video, go watch the lies he's pulling out of his ass, trying to justify why he can be disrespectful on Steam, and then later call it wrongful ban. Because it's not. He has been banned on Hunt Showdown, Deceived Inc., Marvel Rivals. What other games is he playing? Dead by Daylight forums he has been banned on too, I know. Marvel Snap forums he has been banned on. Like, you name it. He has basically been banned. Multiverses he has been banned on the Steam forums for. You name it, probably happened. Most likely happened. So yeah, go watch his video. There is a lot here that says Joe Blue cannot be trusted. Even if you just take his Marvel Rivals, Hunt Showdown. I know there are more here that like where people disagrees with him and such. All of his comments here to people that disagrees with him, all of them at some point turn out being disrespectful. So go read that too. It's not just on Steam. It's everywhere.